I now have the clear coat sprayed and done. And I am about to remove the masks on the windows. And I got the canopy frame using the Malcolm hood, of course. I got that sprayed, and I ran into something with the masks I'm going to show you here in just a minute. So for those of you who might wonder, well, gee, he didn't spray any exhaust down the side of the fuselage or anything. Well, that's because these things ran pretty clean if they were in good condition. They ran clean. And I have a photo of an earlier version of this aircraft. And you can look in the picture and you will see it has a birdcage canopy on it. And it has a black spinner instead of a yellow spinner. So it's a slightly earlier version. It also does not have the invasion stripes on it, you can see. This photo is from the Air Force archives, so there shouldn't be any copyright issues. It's public domain. So I'm gonna share that photo here so you can see that. But there's not a whole bunch of exhaust streaming down the sides of the fuselage. And I have seen so many really, really beautiful models that are over weathered and they just don't look right. There's just too much going on with them. And I mean, these planes they either A, didn't live long enough to get dirty, or B, they were decently maintained to some extent. So they're not all beat up and like some of the models I see, they're just beat up messes. And I see people that put rust on them, and rust, I mean, they don't rust, they're aluminum. And it took a lot of talent to put that on there and to make it look like rust. However, save the rust for cars. If you want to build something that's rusty, build a car, not an airplane. So, anyways, that's why you'll see no exhaust streaming down the side of this fuselage. Now, I do have airplanes that I have done that with. I found pictures, and there are some that do have oil stains running on the side of the fuselage. Or underside of the wings, depending on where the exhaust is at. A Corsair I just finished, yep. The exhaust comes out the bottom, and there's usually a trail on either side, but that's a radial engine also, not an inline. This is the Merlin. So different situation. Okay, so let's move on to unmasking. Let's do this canopy first. So this, I just to keep paint from getting on the inside of the canopy, I just layer it up with some masking tape. Nothing extraordinary. Now this kit did come with masks. So here's what I want to show you. Is on this mask sheet, you get these four here, 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 and here. I have not used these over here. So you get these four that go around the perimeter of the frame from the corner up in just this corner edge, and there's nothing for the field. So what I did is I just cut out some of the extra unused mask here, and I just used that. You could use your Tamiya masking tape or whatever. That's going to work just fine as well. So let's go ahead and pick. Okay, so now here you can actually see these are the masks that came with the kit. Okay, let's go ahead and peel one of these. Get started with an X-Acto, and then I use tweezers to finish peeling that off. And just like that, we have a really, really nice painted canopy frame. No cleanup necessary. Oh, thought we were gonna get lucky. And just like that, we got a completed painted Malcolm hood. All right, now let's move on to this guy. Let's start with the windshield here. Be very, very careful with the tip of your blade. You don't want to scratch your glass. And get a couple of them started here so we can just peel. Like that. And now our windshield is unmasked. Now we'll do these side windows here. Okay, side window. And side window. And there we go. Now we can pick out the foam from our cockpit. We are done spraying anything. So we can get rid of all of this. And our cockpit is now complete, and it was completely protected with the foam. And next we'll be getting our canopy attached, and that's going to go somewhere in that area. So we'll get that done. And we'll be getting a propeller attached, it looks like. And I'm going to review a couple things, but I think at that point she'll be done. So let me tidy up a couple things and be right back. Okay, Xcraft 39 back here with the final words on this kit. Again, Eduard, kit number 1181, Operation Overlord, dual combo kit, is a win. It's a good kit. We ran into a couple little issues along the way. Absolutely nothing major at all that I pointed out. So a couple fitment issues with the wing, nothing too serious. I went ahead and I got the canopy installed. I chose to use white glue on that or Elmer's glue. There's also very specific canopy glues for the RC industry. But I find Elmer's glue works the best, and you could get it at Dollar General. Why spend extra money with shipping and buying something that's specific for canopies, because you don't need it. Just use white Elmer's glue. The other issue I ran into that I don't like with this kit is the propeller mounting, to be specific, because if I take models to shows, when I pack them, I remove the propellers so they don't get broken. And this one fits so loosely. So what I've done here, and now that I pulled it off, so I took a little piece, just a little tiny piece of masking tape. So you can see what this is like. See how that just wobbles around, and it doesn't even like to stay up where it's supposed to be. It wants to fall back. So what I do here in this circumstance is just a little tiny piece of the masking tape over top of this pin on the back of the prop, just like that. You don't have to be neat with it or anything. You're jamming it in a hole. All you're looking to do is just take up some tolerance and work it. There we go. She just popped in, and now it's nice and snug. It'll stay where it needs to be. So now when I pull it off and do it again, I'll likely have to replace that little piece of tape. But how often is that going to happen? Probably not. Probably not very much. But I do like my propellers to be removable for that reason. So in summation, as far as this kit goes, it's great. I would highly recommend it. It builds up really nice. It's got really nice detail. The landing gear bays look really nice. It finishes out to be a really nice kit. So I would highly recommend it. If anyone has any questions or comments, throw them down below for me. I'll answer if I can. I'll answer as many as I can if there's any out there. So anyways, until the next build, this is Xcraft 39 finishing up the P51B. And what my next project might be, I'm not sure. But stay tuned. There'll be something else coming for sure. Remember, keep your fingers out of the glue.